Dinky-Doo me hearties, it's just me, Scottie McCLUE, and I thought I'd pop up and say hi to every single one of you. 10:38 on Saturday morning. What about that? Is that not just incredible? So there we are. So 10:38 Saturday morning AM in the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, and you've got Scottie McCLUE live in front of you, right on your TikTok. How good's that? Dinky-Doo, there's Big Donny. Big Donny, lovely to hear from you. I hope you're well. And Fraser, hi, and Christopher, Dinky-Doo, thank you for coming and joining us. Morty has joined us. Hi, Morty. Dinky-Doo, I tell you. Frank's joined us as well. Frank, I thought you'd be hard at work this morning. STG Andrew, Dinky-Doo, Mad Stevie, Lisa, Christopher, fantastic. Gaz76 has joined us and got a mention. Everybody gets a mention, but tell us where you're watching from. Very important. Mussy Max, Dinky-Doo, Aaron, Dinky-Doo, and Christopher, Dinky-Doo. That's fantastic. Gaz, thank you for liking the live. Get sharing, get following. All these things are very, very important. Everybody on TikTok should be following Scottie McCLUE. There's no excuse for them not to. That's what I say. Now, who else have we got here? We've got Scott Mass. Thank you for liking the live. Scott Mass. Top of the morning to you, sir. Aaron, and to you. How lovely to have you with us. Dinky-Doo, the Glasgow Bible. Wonderful stuff. Thank you for liking the lives. We'll give you a mention. I think that's very important. Sarah's joined us as well, and Izzy, lovely to have you with us. Welcome, welcome. Get hearting as soon as you can, guys. The 41,000 likes is our record. So let's see if we can beat that. I tell you, absolutely amazing. And there's some great stuff for you. No, good morning, Scottie. No, Scottie, I've been hard at it for the past 2 weeks. It's a day off. Well done, Frank. Well, if anybody deserves a day off, it's you, Frank. I can tell you that for nothing. You should have millions of followers. What more do people want? Aaron, exactly. I think this needs to be promoted. Yes, everybody needs to get sending this round. There's Gillian. Gillian, thank you for your beautiful heartbeat. Join the fan club. I tell you, we never ask for anything, but there's a little goal there. If anybody's feeling flush, you want to pop a red rose in, or a heart me, or anything at all. Or what's the biggest one? What's thousands and thousands and thousands? There's user reform is shouting, Dinky-Doo reform. Do you think that not following people back affects people following you? I don't think so, Aaron, because there are people following nobody on here and they've got millions of followers. I looked one up, following nobody, and I think they had 4.1 million followers. So I don't think that makes any difference at all. Good news, Lord Scottie. Let me see. I've just finished writing the third story of the Snowden engines. Wow, Scottmas, we love it. And you've named us Scottie McCLUE. It's fantastic. Cheers, Scottie. Still waiting on you to do street interviews by video chat. Well, next time I'm in the tune, as we say in Glasgow, Frank, I may well just pop up to a few people and go, hi, Scottie McCLUE, and I go, hi, we know who you are. It's always absolutely amazing when they start that stuff. I've got a wee something there, a wee bit of fluff. That's better. There we go. Cheers, Scottie. Wonderful stuff. Absolutely, Frank. And cheers to you, I say to you. Uncle Bill, Dinky-Doo, Scottish independence, yes or no? Scottish independence under the Crown, right? The Scots need to get their act together. I've noticed one or two what you would call high-level people in the National Party going, oh, well, I'm maybe a Republican and that. That's a death sentence to independence, right? That's where your unionist vote is 50%. You're never going to attract a single one of those if you start to threaten the Crown, right? You can't threaten the Crown. You should be put in jail for it. But that's the situation. And until the Scots get their act together and do that, as soon as you put up, get behind the king, not my king, I'll fill you up for nothing. Half-wits. So there you go. Right, that's that. Morty Dinky-Doo, thank you for my heart. To me, I say to you, economic independence is what we want. You see, Scotland always has been independent, except for the last 318 years. So there you are. But apart from that, Scotland's always been independent. So this is what you'd call a blip. And Westminster's hanging on to us for grim death, the ball and chain, because if Scotland gets free, ooh, who are they? There we go. I tell you, everyone would be dealing with Edinburgh throughout the world. There we go. You'd be chatting. You'd never be out of Donald Trump's office. I tell you. Who else have we got here? Dinky-Doo, come and join us. There's somebody with beautiful writing. Rhiannon. Oh, Rhiannon. We love your writing. Absolutely fantastic. So there you go. I tell you. Dude, where's my keyboard? Has just joined us. I love some of these handles. They're absolutely fantastic. Things are settling down beautifully on the TikTok, guys, but we need every single person on TikTok following Scottie McCLUE. I don't understand what the problem is. It's free. Millions and millions and millions and millions of people have watched my videos, right? They love them. Everybody on TikTok loves them, but we've got something like 34,000 followers. That should be at least 3 million, or at least 340,000. So get following, guys. What is your problem? I tell you, this is TikTok's top talk show. This is where you should be. Join my fan club. We do love it so much. I tell you. Morty, thank you for my heart. Me, you are very kind. Rhiannon says you were my teacher back in the day, no doubt, Rhiannon. I've taught hundreds of thousands of young people in my time. Dinky-Doo, Mr. McCLUE, Dinky-Doo, Ryan. Thank you for all your support over the years, Ryan. You're such a top man. You never know, Scottie. I could be one of the lucky people. The lucky people, Frank. Yes, indeed, Frank, you are a lucky person now, right now, anyway. You've done your best all your life, and you are a lucky person. And if I'm in Glasgow city centre, you come right up to me and you go, Frank. And I go, Frank, I know, I recognise you. And we'll do an interview. God save the king. I tell you, we salute you, sir. Had somebody on earlier going on about it, the national anthem in Scotland doesn't have a national. These people are so uneducated. Have you heard they're going to increase inheritance tax? Says Sir Swanson. Yes, thank God, Sir Swanson. I've got nothing to leave anyone. So there you go. So they'll not be getting a penny, not a bean. They can shove it up to the roof, I say to you. Have you seen, those of you that are regular TikTok watchers, have you seen all the abandoned mansions and things? People are just walking away, going, walk away, leave it, leaving the country. Dinky-Doo, Scottie. The UK is already a small country. Yeah, but Sir Swanson, we do punch above our weight, but Scotland has got the leadership. You know, Scotland, the people of Scotland are all brought up to think individually, to be ahead of the game, to have the finest education system in the world. And that still counts, you know. Do you believe we should still be a part of the so-called union? Even if Farage is elected, well, to my knowledge, and no disrespect to Nigel or to anyone, and I'm not getting political at all here, because I am apolitical, but I haven't seen anything in their manifesto or in their policies or in their ideas that they want Scotland to become independent. And if a party wanted to up their popularity, right, like in 2014, if Labour had said, we're going to run with independence, phoned their bosses in London, said, sorry, we're saying bye to you, we're going to run with independence, boom, they'd be in power now. People don't think. I tell you, they don't have the vision. Dinky-Doo, Scottie. How are we doing, guys? Dinky-Doo. But as I say, I'm totally apolitical. We don't want it, you know, on here. Are you an actor? I am madcapper. I have been an actor. And I see you're a madcapper. I'm a madcapper, I tell you. Actor, writer, broadcaster, television, radio, you tell me. There we go. I fully support Scottish independence, says Joe. Yeah, we'll get 100% behind the King, Joe. Otherwise, independence is toast. Agree with your take on swearing to stop it and use proper language. Well, Frank, yes. I mean, let's be honest, Frank. I've said the odd naughty word in my time. You know, I'm not any great saint when it comes to that. But what I am saying is take the swear word out and it won't make any difference. It adds nothing ever to it. There's only one comedian has ever been able to use it as a sort of, what can I say, a cultural cult. And we know who that is. There we are. But when you see people on, see every single TikTok video that's got a swear word in it, I can't send it round. I never do. So they've lost their audience. They've killed their video dead. The other thing that kills it dead is all this loud music that's nothing to do with the subject. I've noticed estate agents are putting up properties and they're intentionally thinking it's clever to not put the price in. Big mistake. They also think it's clever to put some loud music that's nothing to do with the property. I saw a beautiful Georgian property the other day, really classy, with some mentally loud music. And I thought, forget that. Scotland is a colony of England. Of course it is, Glasgow green and white. We know this. Scotland is a kingdom, and we need to get on and do it. So get behind the royals, Glasgow green and white. Get singing God Save the King. Practice it with all the green and white people. Fantastic. I'm going to write the next book of the Little Engines of Wales. Scott Mass, we love it. See, Welsh choirs are one of my beautiful loves in life. Brass band, silver band, anything to do with wind. Well, not anything, but you know what I mean. Singing, yes. Male voice choirs, ladies choirs, sopranos, mezzo-sopranos, altos, bass, tenors, baritones. Get singing, I tell you. I could live in one of them mansions and open a commune. Wouldn't work big huna, because if you think about it, as soon as you've got one of these massive mansions, say you go down the great big staircase one morning, you think, I'm already late, I forgot my car keys, where are they? They're in room 31. Oh, I'll have to go up and get them. Have you ever done that? You think, nope, there's nothing you can do except go back and get them. No, I don't think. I think people are realising that the mansion has had its day because you need staff. So there we are. Shannon, I can't say that. That's political. There you have it. Who else have we got? Hello, sir. Hello, Colin. Lovely to have you with us. Scots in the army are brilliant. Scots anywhere are brilliant. Hello, frae Bonnie Dundee. Except when they get too much of the sauce. And then they don't know if they're in Wimsby or Mumbai. Fantastic. I tell you. Removing it adds intellect to the conversation, says Katarina. Katarina, you are so 100% correct. Second you take the swear word out. There's an old guy comes on TikTok. I won't name him, I'll say who he is. And he's a very clever, intellectual, cultured old boy. But he swears all the time. He F's and Jeffs. And all you can do is thinking, it's a shame I'm going to have to block him. And I like him. But I can't send him round. I can't repost. Can you all repost this, by the way? Get reposting, guys. There's Callum. DINKY-DOO Callum, thank you for following. There is a wonderful, let me read this out to you guys. I love this. Some comments in this live were filtered to protect the community's experience. That means all the wee trolls have just been booted down the swally. The ones that, okay, I saw you in a supermarket. Who really runs the world? It's not popes, presidents, or prime ministers, is it? No, but they are the visuals. They are the servants. So there you go. And I would imagine they will be told what to do by those that have got the old, filthy lucre. I tell you, so they've sold out for a few quid. I'm in the same Scottie, known for the odd swear word, but hate doing it. It's disgusting. Well, yeah, but it also ruins your video on TikTok. You watch my videos. Everyone watches them. There's no swearing in them. Ever. You know? And I thought, I wonder if I would get less or more people if I said an audio word. Well, no, that's not true, because I did a takeoff of the... what's the big concert that they do? Glastonbury. And I said, now we're going to use some really, really strong language. So I was saying things like blast, flip, oh heck, oh my goodness me, oh my Lord, Lordy. So there we go. That's it. These words used to be swearing as well, I tell you. Get your butler to get them. Oh, Gareth, yes, but you need staff. And staff, do you know how much a butler costs, a proper butler? And you'll not believe this, but you'll be well upwards of £100,000 a year for a butler, for a proper trained butler that really knows what they are doing. I was going to say what he's doing. I've never heard of any ladies butlering. It's the same if you're driving a huge limousine. I won't name the sort of so-called top limousine. We all know them. You need to go on a course. If you're, negotiating one of these through London or New York, you've got to know your stuff. They're big beasts to drive. Bobby says, I'll never get behind the English royal family. They've never brought anything to Scotland. Right, Bobby. So you have just written yourself right out the picture. Right? You have just reduced your status to virtually zero, because you're never going to bring anything to Scotland. And I'll tell you for why. You've called them the English royal family. Well, they're not. They're the British royal family. That's why we have the term British. There's no such country as Britain. But Great Britain, the big bit, contains 3 countries. And then the north of the island of Ireland contains the 4th country, Northern Ireland. And these are British countries. So you have the British royal family. The royal family are virtually 100% Scottish, in that Scotland took over the English crown in 1603. Right? There are 8 Scottish residencies in Scotland. All of the royal family have Scottish titles. Right? They are old Scottish titles. The king himself, King Charles III, has got Stuart bloodlines. Yes, along with many more. His mother was 50% Scots. His grandmother was 100% Scots. His grandfather, the old Queen Elizabeth, the Queen Mother's husband, George VI, was a direct descendant of Malcolm II of Scotland. So, you've got that wrong. They bring in, well over £2 billion a year, just one family, of which 75% goes to the Exchequer. Right? So, if you don't get behind them, also, you're not acknowledging the crown. So the Unionists are just going to stick with what they're doing and say, well, forget independence. So, Bobby, can you see the damage, right, that you're actually doing, intentionally or unintentionally? So have a think. Big picture, Bobby. Wakey, wakey, sleepy boy. Who else have we got here? You all right, Scottie? We're all right, JJ. What year did you buy your first bunnet? I think I had my first bunnet. I replaced my school cap with it. You see, in those days, young people had bonnets because your grandfather wore a bonnet, your father wore a bonnet, all your uncles wore bonnets. So I was bonnet. I think I wore it regularly around Glasgow in 1978. Yeah, 1970. No, earlier than that. Full-time 1977. I've worn a bonnet full-time since 1977. So there you go. Absolutely, SB. And we're known for the bonnet. Was you in Emmerdale? No, but I could have been. And when I worked for Grampian Television in Aberdeen, one of the directors said to me, I don't know why you don't just get that hat that you wear and go down to Yorkshire Television and speak to them at Emmerdale Farm, as it was then. And I adore Emmerdale, but it's getting very, very dangerous. You wouldn't want a house in the village, especially if John's around. Can everyone on here who says bad things about the royal family get banned? There's no need for it. Frank, good idea. In fact, maybe anybody who doesn't support the royal family should get banned from Scotland. Yes, just deport them. Hi, Scottie, brilliant. Johnny, DINKY-DOO. Hey, well said, Scottie. Well, no, I'm only telling the truth. Guys, see when you get the half-wit arguing with Scottie McCLUE, they don't realise it's not my point of view, it's just a fact I'm stating. I tell the truth. Yeah? I know it's not popular, you know, nobody likes the truth. I tell you, especially the politicians, who did you vote for? What in Louis? Because my vote would change depending on the reality of the situation. Agree, Scottie, 100%. I tell you, there's Mrs. Doubtfire. You've just got the number 3 gifter badge. Guys, we've got a goal up there if anybody's feeling flush. We never ask for anything. But if anybody wants to pop a red rose in, then please feel free to do so. I tell you, the steady drip fills the pail. Do you know if every single TikToker sent me £1, we'd be able to get the show right up and running big style? I tell you, every single TikToker went on to my GoFundMe. Never vote for anyone who supports you, says Mighty. Mighty man, that comment, you have to get yourself a lifetime ban. There we go. Gone. Okay, you can't come on and make comments like that. I tell you. So there we have it. Frank, thank you very much. Frank, you've just got the number 1 gifter badge. What about that? Shelley's just joined us. Welcome, Shelley. And Stephen M has shared the live. Stephen M, what a lovely, lovely, lovely thing to do. I tell you, Big G has liked the live. Guys, this is fantastic. Send me a red rose. There it's there. I've already got 2. And see if we can get 3. If I keep it up, big guy, you'll get there soon. We will, Cassio. You know I'm going back on the radio, don't you? So that's coming up very soon, I tell you. There we have it. Now, what can I say? Hang on. Colin Douglas, you need to grow up, or we have to give you a lifetime ban. There we are. You don't want a lifetime ban from Scottie McCLUE because you're out of the whole lot. You're out the loop. Yes, you're loop the loop, I tell you. Oh, loop the loop. Remember people used to go that and go, I think they're a wee bit loop the loop, you know. Follow us, everybody, and share this video. So there we go. Now, John F.G., let's give you a lifetime ban. There we go. Every half-wit's got to say bye. That's it. You can put yourself over the side, of course. So there we are. But we're like up there. This is the royalty of TikTok. Yes, I did. So there we are. Prince Charles is in Scotland today. Yes, he's in Scotland today, Nicholas. Yes, as far as I know. he was at Balmoral just the other day. Arrived, fantastic. The King is in Scotland. We love it. That's what it's all about. There we go. Michael's laughing at John F.G. Doon the Swanee. Lifetime ban. Scottie, do you really want independence? Yes, Robbie. Economic independence. Right. Here's the deal, guys. For everybody, forget all the argy-bargy. It's Straven Balloon Festival today, Scottie. Big G. For those of us that hadn't heard of Straven Balloon Festival, and there will be a lot of balloons there, get yourselves down to Straven to the Balloon Festival. You know, I'll tell you, I mean, before aircraft, there were balloons, hot air balloons. I know somebody tried a cold air balloon, but it never really got off the ground, that idea. So there we go. Who else have we got here? If the SNP got independence, we wouldn't have a royal family. Robbie, there would never be any chance of any party getting independence if there was a threat to the royal family. So, you know, if a party are not pro-royal family, they're not for the crown, but they want independence for Scotland, they may as well pack up and go away now, because their vote's going to... 50% of the Scottish vote is unionist. There is no case for the union, and there never, ever has been. But if the nationalists, and that's a strange term as well, if the people who realise that Scotland would do a lot better independent than it does chained to Westminster, wanted to prevail, then they must be pro-monarchy. They must make a promise to the Unionists in writing and everything, an actual, one of your Magna Carta style things for an independent Scotland, so there could never be any changing it. We elected our monarchy in 1320 in Scotland. And when we elected our monarchy, we also elected the heirs and successors. So our monarchy in Scotland, the Scottish monarchy, King Charles, is 100% legit. And when we go, aye, but wait a minute, are they not German? No. If you trace any family back, you will find that there are roots down all over the world. Like a guy promised us he was 100% pure Englishman. They got him to spit in a wee cup and sent it off to the laboratory. And he was 65%, was it Venezuelan or Argentinian? I can't remember. But anyway, that was his background. So that's where you get Anglo-Saxon, England and Germany. The Normans came over and took over this country in 1066. Normandy, French, France. Robert the Bruce, French. Our king that we elected. We didn't elect Robert, he took the crown. Yeah, he was crowned in 1306, Bobby Brune. But in 1320 we elected the king. We're stronger together, Scottie. No, you see, we're not. From England's point of view, we're stronger together. From Scotland's point of view, we're 100% not. Because we just sent to Westminster, I think it was 92 billion. All of the Scottish income goes to Westminster for frittering. Okay? So there you are. It was a long time ago, forget about it. No, but it's pertinent today. And that's like saying Jesus was a long time ago. But he's pertinent today. Jesus dwells among us in his risen power. So there we are. Was history your favourite subject in school? One of my favourite subjects. Physics was another. They used to say it shouldn't be anything to do with the teacher, but I had such quality teachers in history and physics and chemistry. Take care, Scottie, have a good life. You too, Frank. History's just a set of lives that were agreed upon, says Napoleon. Well, Chronic, you do have a point, but remember I've spent well over 50 years researching from several different sources. So when people go, research it, put in your search engine, you go, no, that's not researching it. Researching is getting into something like the old library at Trinity College, Dublin, and spending half your life looking stuff up, or the National Library of Scotland, or, of course, the daddy of them all, the Mitchell Library in Glasgow. We need a Jarrow-type march to descend on Parliament. Oliver, that actually could come. They do need to watch about that sort of stuff. So there you go. Now, what have we got? Yeah, you're quite right. Yes, we've got that. Guys, if you're spamming me, I do see you, but for sensible reasons, I maybe don't pick up what you're saying. Scottie, I was in India on holiday and the receptionist said Scottie McCLUE. When I said I'm Scottish, yes. I was once at an hotel in Greece and I was talking to a friend who had a voiceover business in London. And we got chatting. And he cracked a joke at the bar. The guy said, yes, who is first, please, for service? And he said, take him, he's a big star, Scottie McCLUE. And he went, you're Scottie McCLUE? 1 moment. And he went away and he got the boss. Yeah, and the boss came through and the boss would say, this is such an honour, Scottie. Right? He went away and got his father. And I said to them, I said, look, I thought there's a funny going on here. Somebody's ripping the mincemeat the Elgin. No. I said, how have you heard of Scottie McCLUE? He said, I study at Glasgow University, listen every night, and send it to my father. He said his dad, the cassettes in those days. Scottie McCLUE from Lark Hall. Hello from Ardrossan. Do you know, Millie, it's lovely to hear you in Ardrossan. I don't know why Ardrossan is not like a major capital-style town. I'm sorry, Scottie, but I don't think this happened. What didn't happen, Ben? Robbie, we hold most of the oil in the whole of Europe. We're doing great, certainly better than the Northwest. Absolutely. Listen, the second Scotland becomes independence, net zero. Bye. Right, let's get drilling, guys. Hello, is that Aberdeen? And let's get drilling in the Clyde. Let's get drilling in the Atlantic. Let's get drilling in the North Sea. Let's get drilling off the Shetland and Orkneys. Drill, baby, drill, as the world's top man actually says. I heard a rumour that Scottie is popular everywhere except France. Well, that's because I speak French, you see. They understand what I'm saying. Have you been to Dunoon, Millie? Have I been to Dunoon? I love Dunoon. I remember a lovely girlfriend of mine saying, darling, you cannot live in all the houses. You cannot drive all the cars. You cannot wear all the suits. You know, and that's why I've never, ever been impressed by somebody. I mean, guys, let's not beat about the bush. I've met many billionaires that said, Scottie, if you ever want a holiday, you let me know and we'll fly you anywhere in the world. We'll take you on the yacht. All that, seriously. I'll put you up in one of my castles. We'll host you for a couple of weeks. Host you for a month, Scottie. Come and see us. And I think my dad used to say, you can only wear one suit. And somebody said he's got 14 lavatories in his house. And I thought, but he's only got one ability to use them, you know. So why do you think they push Stonehenge and not the Ring of Brodgar in Orkney? It's much older. Or Oliver. Why do you call yourself Oliver Cromwell? Is that not a bit treasonous? So there you go. They don't push Stonehenge anymore. It's just Orkney needs to push their ring. Everybody should push their ring. Same with Argyll, Kilmartin. Should Scotland start his own crypto? We'd spend it here and stay here. Yep. You have one Scottie and 10 Scotties. No, would you have 10 Bunnets make a Scottie? A risk too big to take. So there you are. Okay, this is the deal I was going to guide, right? Oliver says, good point, push the ring. Fantastic. There's a reason why Scotland voted no for independence. Okay, Retalk, do please tell us. Yes, do please unburden yourself with this great secret, because we're all missing it, aren't we? So I tell you. Now, so what I love Retalk. What a great handle that is. So what's the reason? Right, here's the deal, guys. I keep saying here's the deal, and you won't give me a chance. Right, here's the deal. Have you got it? We go independent now, because the time's right now, when the place is in such a mess, when Scotland has no borrowing, when it's absolutely ready for boom time, right? And the people can have a decent life. We've got so much oil, so much coal, so much peat, so much wood, you wouldn't be paying a penny for energy. All your companies would be owned by Scots, run by Scots for the benefit of Scots. So what you've effectively got is a very large village or small town, right? You think big, you trade internationally, right? I mean, if I was the leader in Scotland, I'd be sitting in the Oval Office right now talking to Big Donald. You know, that's what I'd be doing. And then tomorrow, I might be talking to another great leader, big style. So there we are. So here's the deal. I keep saying here's the deal. Listen to this. They couldn't survive high tax rates. Most people who earn a lot would move away. Well, Retalk, we lower the tax, because there'll be so much money coming into the country. We don't need to be taking it off the people. We could maybe even ban income tax altogether and inheritance tax. You don't tax the Scots. The Scots do not pay tax. The money comes from their income. So there we have it. I tell you, do you not think if we made 92 billion, right, do you not think that would be better staying in Scotland, doing up Ardrossan and Ayr and Paisley and Kilmarnock and Greenock and Oban and Malling and Inverary and Stirling and Edinburgh and Glasgow and Aberdeen, you know, and all the villages in between, the Mearns, up in the Mearns there, tell you, Brechin, yeah, that got damaged in the floods, rebuilding all these towns and villages, rebuilding Scotland's economy. I tell you. There we are. I don't think what Donald would want Scottish independence. Well, you don't know. Donald's interested in a deal, if the deal's right. If you said to Donald, why not buy it for 100 times earnings? There we are. What about people on boats? Well, as far as we know, nobody comes to Scotland on boats. You know? I tell you. I think you're off your head, Scottie. Pete, of course you do. Remember, everybody who doesn't understand true genius will say, oh, an idiot, oh, half-witted, oh, not a clue what he's talking about, because they don't understand. So they project their own lack of knowledge and understanding onto the person who's giving them the big picture, because they think, no individual can possibly be smart enough to see the big picture. We've spent hundreds of years clouding their judgment. There we are. We can't possibly have that level of clarity. And that's where you're coming from, Pete. Yes, because you wish you were me. Where are you getting all this money from? Well, retalk, where do we get the 92 billion we sent to Westminster from? Where does that come from? Because that's what we sent. 92 billion pounds. And the year before, 88 billion. I think it was actually down a little bit last year. And then they give us pocket money back. That's called your Barnett formula. Complete and utter. Well, it's effectively just daylight robbery. So retalk, that's where your money's coming from. Where's it coming from? Where is it coming from? Scottie, I'm an Argyll veteran of 24 years. Name the most famous Argyll. There were many, many, many famous Argylls. I'll give you Colin Mitchell right now, Lieutenant Colonel Colin Campbell Mitchell, who would be 100 this year. A marvellous man, right? Absolutely fantastic. But there are many, many famous Argylls. Another great friend of my family was Brigadier Lon McLean Campbell, LM Campbell, Brigadier Campbell, VC. There we are, the VC. But there are many, many famous Argylls. I mean, Pipe Major John McCLUE, very famous Argyll. My grandfather, a very famous Argyll. You see, so there are many famous Argylls. Yes, General Boswell. I knew General Boswell very well. General Macmillan, Gordon Macmillan, Sir Gordon Macmillan, knighted 3 times, I think. Very, very famous Argyll. So there we go. Fantastic. Major Howman. Yes, another very famous Argyll. Scottie, how are you doing? Last time I heard your voice was 1998 when I was in prison. Gary, I hope you are well and out of the big house. Apparently, I used to get sheafs and sheafs of letters from prisoners. You know, most of them telling me they hadn't done it, of course. We love that. Oh, I never did it. I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm in here. You know, all that kind of idea. Sandy Boswell, yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Alexander Crawford Simpson Boswell. Major ACS Boswell, and then he made General Sir Alexander Boswell. Fantastic. Lovely, lovely man. Big, handsome chap. There we are. Because the Argylls, I remember the first Argylls, I attended the Duke of Argyll's funeral. Ian Lorne, as we called him. And the first Argylls carried him round Inverary. America would invade us first for our oil. No, you don't do that, for goodness sake. You get the balance of power right, you know? All that kind of idea. But if America invaded us, right? So let's look at it. Let's say that did happen, worst case scenario. We got invaded by the Americans. And they started spending dollars. And every Scot became wealthy. And every Scottish town, village, hamlet, house, everything looking beautiful, done up. Scotland, the place to be. Remember, Scotland is actually the mother country. So all America would be doing is coming home to Mama. There we go. I tell you, here's something you won't know. And you'll always learn big stuff from Scottie McCLUE, because that's what it's all about. Education, education, education. Enjoyment, enjoyment, enjoyment. Learning, learning, learning. And I learn every day. The one I'm studying at the moment, don't start me, AI. Now, AI, I thought, had been around for 100 years. The vets used to tell me they were out doing AI. I was up at the farm doing AI. I was up at Jimmy's farm. We were doing some AI, you know, with a bull. Anyway, I won't go into detail. But that's the thing. So I'm looking at AI at the moment, I tell you. So let's look at that. Look at big picture, learning all the time. Now, here's what you won't know. I'll be very surprised if you know that. America is so envious or jealous or just wish they were here of our monarchy and our crown. This is where the Scots are so daft when they go, not my king. You know, just, if anybody ever tells you that, remember, they will have a very low IQ. All right? So, what we're talking about here, America would have loved to have a monarchy. And in 1776, straight after the War of Independence, they approached Bonnie Prince Charlie, Charles Edward Stuart, the young pretender, and asked him if he would consider becoming the king of the Americas. Now, guys, you heard it here first. This is big, big news. Always remember, McCLUE knows best. I tell you. So there we are. So they would love to have the kingdom of America ruled over by a Scot. If they're struggling about, speak to Big Donald and just do it myself. You know? There we are. Invest you all. Invest the Scots. See yon belted knight bums. Remember that one. So there we go. So I tell you, BMW Guru, you let us know what you're thinking about that in your 520. Hello, Pumpkin, says Finlay. Hello, Finlay. How are you, Pumpkin? Good morning, Captain from Norwich. DINKY-DOO. Neil, lovely to have you. Shut it, Scottie, says Pete. Ah, Pete, you don't like the truth, I know. But you have to take it if you're dishing it out. If you're dishing me out whoppers, Pete, I'm dishing you out the truth. Always remember that. But we'll shut it just now and let you recover. Now, who else have we got here? This guy, Chad Straw, says, Pete, again, you're so envious. I tell you. What have we got? That's not artificial intelligence. I know, Owen. Well done. Yes, you got it. Yes, it was a wee joke, Owen. Do you remember that? Monarchy is a scam. Well, you see, it's not. Because we voted our monarchy, and it's just a question of having the head person. Same as you would do with one of the desert tribes. You would get the head man. So it's what we did in 1320. I mean, they kind of did the founding fathers, or the Scots did. Yes, Scots. Scots go back, millions of years. The monarchy goes back 2,350 years, as far as I can trace it. You see? So there you go. So there's a lot of sense talked there, Pete. Hello, Scottie. Pie, oh my. DINKY-DOO. Scottie for Prime Minister. Oh, Jamesy. Well, no, Jamesy. I mean, they wouldn't let me because they would be saying, Scottie, to stop telling the truth. When we got in the big motor outside Downing Street, I was saying, I think I'll just tell the House exactly what's going on. No, you can't. No, stop. There we are. It would be, I would get pulled in by the chief whip. Follow us, guys, as soon as you can. DINKY-DOO. Fantastic. There's Scott. Scott, lovely to see you. Scott, are you related to the famous band leader? Hi, son, says Scott. Hi, Scott, son. How are you getting on, son? I'll tell you, there's Leah's joined us. Leah or Lee? Yes. Are you, Scott? How fantastic. What's the relationship? There we go. That is wonderful. Glad to know you're still alive and kicking, Scottie. Loved you on Scott FM. Graham, I just wish we were right on Scott FM now with all the phone lines open and we could get people educated big style. Wonderful. That's what it would be about. A cousin. How wonderful. Cousin of Bert Scott. Yes. And did you know him well? Did you go to the concerts? Did you hear him play? Absolutely fantastic. Am I not right in thinking he used to play at the Royal Doos? So there we are. Bring back the Scott FM radio show. Jamesy, there's a new radio station starting in Scotland. Fantastic. So we'll see. So we'll get the women in the pink cars someday, Scottie. Well, Graham, it would just give us an indication of what's going on. And maybe green cars for the probationers. You know, just colour code the cars. They were on a big navy blue car or a big green car for Scottie. Wonderful stuff. Dinky-Doo, Zara and Brody have joined us. Welcome, welcome, guys. So lovely to have you with us. Absolutely fantastic. Guys, I hope you're all remembering. Has everybody given me a red rose? Right? We don't ask for anything, but there's a wee goal there, and it'd be wonderful if we got all the red roses in, so it goes ping. I tell you. Scally, Dinky-Doo, lovely to have you with us. Shush, says Jack. No, Jack, you shush. Right? I've shushed for far too long. I tell you. So there we have it. Darren's there, Jackie's there, fantastic. Guys, get sharing, get following, tell 10 to tell 10 to tell 10. Scottie McCLUE, TikTok's top talk show. And we are live. Wow! Who's given me red roses and a hat and moustache? Oh, wow, guys, that's amazing. There we are. Thank you so much for your red roses. I love it. There we go. We're up to 17. Amazing. Darren, Dinky-Doo, lovely to have you with us as well. And welcome, 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 I say, Darren. That is amazing. Absolutely amazing. Guys, I need 30 followers right now. 30. 30 of you following right now, right this second. What's the time, by the way? Oh, my goodness, it's 11:30 on Saturday morning. Going to have to go soon. Morning, Scottie. Hope you're well. Dinky-Doo. Graham, thank you for my red rose. Guys, can we give a big round of applause to Graham? He's just given me a red rose. Woo! We love Graham. We love Graham. We love Graham. Fantastic. Thank you very much. The first gift they've ever sent, express your appreciation. We just did. There we are. Donkey, thank you for your appreciation for Graham for sending the red rose to Scottie McCLUE. Guys, I've got 4,000 likes. Amazing. Have you been watching the women's rugby? There's wee Lorna. Wee Lorna, Dinky-Doo. Wee Lorna, what are you doing? Guys, wee Lorna has sent 30 red roses. At this rate, we're going to end up with Target. Oh, Lorna, thank you so much. You're very, very kind. City Start, I believe it's probably the finest school in Scotland. That's what I've heard. So there we go. Goes a way, way, way back. I knew a very famous person who attended it in the 1930s, I think it was. Was it 1935? Wow. Thank you for all your beautiful gifts. I tell you, wee Lorna, thank you. That's so very, very kind of you. Guys, get on and subscribe to the YouTube channel as well, up in the bio. Hit subscribe and get into that. I tell you. Donkey, thank you for my ice cream cone. That is so kind of you. City Start says, was it your mum? No, it wasn't my mum, City Start, but it was another very famous person. I tell you. My mum was, she was quite famous, but she wasn't that famous. You'd make a great guest on Off the Ball if you're familiar with that show, Scottie. Get on there, Graham. Not only am I familiar with Off the Ball, they're familiar with me. So you should phone them in. Say, get Scottie McCLUE on. He's up for it. We heard him on TikTok this morning. And we can get on and give that wonderful pair. I absolutely love them. Tam and Stuart. Correct? 100%. Off the ball. So I could go on there. I've never been off the ball. I'll tell you the only time I was off the ball was in an off the ball spot the ball competition in the paper. It was on the top of the stand. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye. Take care as you go. Aaron, yes, I've got to go as well. I cannot believe the time has flown. There we are. It has flied. I remember somebody coming in and telling me and said, Elsie won't be in, she has flew. I said, no, it's she has flown. Speak properly. Drop the swearing. Goodbye. Right, I'll sing you the goodbye song. Are we all ready, guys? Are you on every Saturday, Scottie? No, Graham, but I might be. I'm on at 9 o'clock at night every Saturday. Can you sing us the goodbye song? I can, Aaron. Are we ready? After 2, everybody join in. 2. Goodbye, everybody, goodbye. Take care, everybody, as you go. Goodbye, everybody. Auf Wiedersehen. Au revoir. And a cheerio. Love you guys. Take great care of yourselves. Dinky-Doo. Here's somebody shouting, get Scottie McCLUE on STV radio. Dinky-Doo. Who's shouting that? Donkey. Dinky-Doo donkey. Ta-da, lads. Stick out your tongue and say ta-ta. Ta-ta.